This is Alfie Crow with BigCatCountry.com talking about the first NFL quarter poll. The Jaguars have played their first 4 games of the season. They have a disappointing 1-3 record. So let's look at some of these way too premature awards to hand out to the team. First, the offensive MVP. I'm tempted to say no one because, quite frankly, the offense has been poor. Even Maurice Jones-Drew, really the only playmaker on the offense, hasn't done a lot. He was shut down against the Bengals. The Jaguars were forced to pass. So, in this instance, I chose Cecil Shorts III. Wide receiver, has 2 long touchdown passes, both of which could have equally, given the team wins. I had a 59-yard touchdown catch against the Minnesota Vikings that put the Jaguars up with less than a minute to go. They wound up losing the game in overtime. He also caught an 80-yard touchdown pass against the Colts that won them the game. So really, without those 2 plays, the Jaguars are 0-4 and blown out for their 3rd game. Now, on the defensive side of the ball, I am going to choose no one as the defensive MVP because, frankly, no one has really played all that well. Derek Cox played okay when he came back, didn't last the whole game. He played okay against the Bengals. Rasheem Mathis got burnt by A.J. Green on quite a few passes, though some of the coverage was good. He was still beat. They can't pass rush anyone. The team has just 2 sacks through 4 games. One of which was Christian Ponder sliding behind the line of scrimmage. So, for the defensive MVP, nobody gets an award. Now, most valuable rookie, it should be first-round pick Justin Blackmon, but he has just 10 receptions on 25 targets, has struggled to get open, has dropped passes. So I'm going to pick the hilarious 3rd-round punter pick, who we now see exactly why Gene Smith took Brian Anger in the 3rd round because he knew the team that he built was going to be punting a lot. Anger ranks highly in punt yardage, but in my opinion, he still outkicks his coverage, allows way too much room for returners to pick up return yards. He needs to get some more arc on his kicks, a little more hang time instead of just flat out booming them. He hasn't really had a chance to coffin corner anything, so we can't grade that out, but really, he's been the best rookie so far of the class. Next thing we're going to look at is the unsung hero of the team through the first 4 weeks, Eugene Monroe. And I think this one is really easy. He stoned Jared Allen in week 1, did a good job in week 2 against that Texans front, did a great job in week 3 against the Indianapolis Colts, and had another good game against the Cincinnati Bengals. He's really been the only consistent guy on that offensive line. The only one who is really playing well, Uche Nwaneri, has been up and down, so he's been a bit consistent. But other than that, it's Eugene Monroe and then a bunch of guys having a bad time. Through the first 4 weeks, we can now look at some guys who need to step up. There's 2 in particular, not counting the pass protection as a whole on the offense, but quarterback Blaine Gabbert, wide receiver Justin Blackmon. With injuries to the position, Lauren Robinson suffered his 3rd concussion of the season. Don't know how long he's going to be out. So Justin Blackmon needs to become that guy, needs to step up, needs to do a better job of running his routes, needs to catch the passes that are there on the routes that are his bread and butter, the slants, the crossers over the middle. And Blaine Gabbert, he's got to be a little more patient when he does have a pocket. It's understandable his internal clock is quick, given that he's just been killed behind the line. A lot of the plays he doesn't really have a chance. But he's left some plays on the field checking down when he doesn't need to. A lot of the checkdowns have been proper because guys aren't open, but he's still leaving yards on the field and missing some of his reads. So he needs to be a bit more patient in the pocket. He needs to also be more accurate. He's trying to lead guys open, but he's leading them too much. He's not quite putting the ball where it needs to be. So both of these guys need to step up if the Jaguars want to do anything at all going forward. Now, for the next quarter poll of the season, the Jaguars host the Bears at home on October 7th in Everbank Field's a 4 o'clock game. Then the next week after that, they have their bye week early in the year. So hopefully they can enter the bye week with a win. Somehow I doubt it. And then you have a tough road trip, back-to-back games. You travel West Coast to Oakland to face the Raiders. And then you get to travel to Green Bay and face the Packers, who've struggled on the season so far. But let's be real, it's the Jaguars against the Packers. So that's the NFL quarter pole report for the Jacksonville Jaguars for the 2012 season. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, SBN Big Cat Country, and SB Nation's YouTube channel overall.